more than
It's like, let me say this right now. Let me tell, I'm not against gay people. Okay, I love them. They're great folks. But Schiff looks like the archetypal cocksucker with those little deer-in-the-headlight eyes and all his stuff. And there's something about this fairy hopping around, bossing everybody around, trying to intimidate people like me and you. I want to tell Congressman Schiff and all the rest of them, hey, listen, asshole, quit saying Roger and I never used cussing in 22 years, but the gloves are off. Listen, you son of a bitch. What the fuck's your problem? You want to sit here and say that I'm a goddamn fucking Russian? You get in my face with that, I'll beat your goddamn ass, you son of a bitch. You piece of shit. You fucking goddamn fucker. Listen, fuckhead, you have fucking crossed the line. Get that through your goddamn fucking head. Stop pushing your shit. You're the people that have fucked this country over and gang raped the shit out of it and lost an election. So stop shooting your mouth off claiming I'm the enemy. You got that, you goddamn son of a bitch? Fill your hand. I'm sorry, but I'm done. You start calling me a foreign agent, those are fucking fighting words. Excuse me. It's that simple. Stop feeling like you don't have power. Stop feeling pathetic and weak. Break out of your television-induced trance. It starts with a war growl. It starts with getting fired up, staring at yourself in the mirror and showing some teeth and saying, I'm a human being, I have dignity, I'm going to resist, I'm going to start recognizing the propaganda, I'm going to break free from it, I'm not going to fight with my family, I'm going to organize with my family and realize we're under attack by the social engineers, and I'm not going to fight with my neighbors, we're going to organize. Humanity's going to come together. Ah! Ah! We know we're under attack, we know it, we're breaking the conditioning. Ah! No! 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 Get away from me, racist! She's God! He's on the loose! He's on the loose! Never stop me! The question is, who is Michelle Obama? Is she really a woman? Is she a man? Especially when every time I look at Michelle or Michael Obama, the first lady or the first tranny, every time I look at them, something doesn't look right. She doesn't look like any black woman or any woman I've ever known. She's got shoulders that are wider than a man's, which physiologically doesn't happen. Again, you can put 3 heads on a man's shoulders and only 2 heads on a woman's shoulders. That's a known anatomy. And then women generally have wider hips than men do. And you look at her arms and the rest of it, when she's standing straight on, she looks like no woman I have ever seen, except for people who have had different chromosomal disorders who choose to be a woman. Globalists admit it, and I'll say it, Leslie Cochran is one of the most famous, quote, transgenders in U.S. history. He looked like I had an office by his house for many years, didn't know that when I got to office. Part of the reason I left was because of the annex that he was engaged in. I'm going to leave it at that. They worship him as a god. They want to put up a statue to him. And, sir, I first met him before I even had an office by him at Access Television. And they would have the Christian groups complain, but women's groups, all people that had shows complain because he and his cohorts would go in the women's bathroom, in the men's bathroom. They were obsessed with bathrooms. And these are men with beards with their teeth falling out, bombed out of their brain on drugs. He would be in there shooting up heroin so much he was vomiting everywhere, and he finally got thrown out of the restroom because of it. And this is their god, a guy with a beard in a thong or a cheerleader's outfit, vomiting everywhere. And he was just, I mean, literally like a demon creature out of hell. A demon creature out of hell. I was around him for 6 years. I had bad luck. He'd be at Access TV, and then I had my office. And, oh, my God, he had a house. He posed as homeless 2 doors down. And I got to enjoy it. Believe me, I know. And it's like bathroom trolls. And him and his friends would go in there, and they would just, and we know it was heroin because they admitted it. Just stumbling around, projectile vomiting, falling everywhere, children walking in. There's 2 guys. One of them was like 6'5", with crap running down their legs. I mean, they were constantly crapping on themselves. I mean, I'm sorry. It was hellish. This is their God. If they can force this on us, they can do anything. And then they say, I'm insane. So they're going, look at Jones. Look at Jones, like right over here. Right over here. Jones says 2 plus 2 equals 4. Ha ha, it's insane. He's crazy. he's nuts, you know. Oh my God, he's totally insane. He's a Martian. I mean, no, 2 + 2 = 4. I mean, here's Maxine Waters. I just feel like he's got to be seeing prostitutes, and Putin told him what to do. Putin told him to say that, and she goes, that she's crooked. And you're like, is this comedy? This is not comedy. These people are crazy. Crazy old women in $3,000 business suits bitching about the Russians that don't like being force-fed an old witch like Hillary. Newsflash, dumbasses. There ain't no frickin' Russians giving orders around here, you goddamn pieces of shit. Excuse me. Hey, you understand, you fuckers? We give the orders around here. We're called Americans. You're not one. You sold out to the globalists, Soros. And all you weirdos over at Media Matters, what the hell's your problem? Excuse me. Liberty is rising. You understand how good it feels out here right now? You understand how high I am off being out here? This feels awesome. This feels fantastic. This is what it is to be alive, like our ancestors running around and stuff a lot colder than this, taking animals down and hauling them back to the women with big fires in the caves. Rah, yeah, living. That's what it's about. I'm out here bathing in the night. Forest bathing yesterday. This is what it's all about. I don't need drugs. I hate cocaine. Did it a couple times in high school. I'm like, this is horrible. It's like an anxiety attack. This is what it is to take on the globalists and have Hillary attack you and Obama attack you and the communist Chinese attack you and call for your censorship.
See that dark heart. Show them the dark heart right there.
There it is right there. I do have gray hair only over my heart, but the point is that this is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it's like when you don't sit in front of video games all day and act like you're intellectual and act like you're tough. And I'm not criticizing you if you play video games. The point is it's designed and admitted to dehumanize you in every single way. And it feels so good to break free from the matrix. It feels so good to be alive. It feels so good to be involved. And it feels so good to just feel my humanity rising as we resist the globalists and as the spirit of humanity re-enters the earth and the enemy just crawls like slugs on their bellies, realizing it. Now let's march back. Come on.
By the way, it's like 25 degrees out here. Look at the way it's good. Let's stay out a couple hours.
People dunk themselves in ice. That's what's cold. I have an ice swim up in Minnesota.
That's a guy. You heard about that guy that's like put himself underwater for like 45 minutes?
This is nothing. This is people ask when I feel freaking hiring a kite out here. I remember my dad. We'd go deer hunting, and we've been elk hunting and stuff. I've done people in Colorado, and then you're on horseback going up mountains, and there's these little trails this big up them, and the horses are being real careful, or mules, and you're up there in like 3 coats, but you get super cold and like, you know, just below. And when you finally get to the little camp up at the top, and they're getting that chili out and cooking and everything, and you get in there and you're eating crackers and stuff, it's like all this epigenetics just goes. You're just like, oh my God. People, it isn't that you want to kill animals hunting. It's the going out and the freezing and all these instincts and the ancestors start clicking. It's a real ritual. Anyway, God, I want to stay there all night. This is not a drill! This is some serious shit! They put that motherfucker in power. Doing something wrong, some bullshit law they created. That's the fuck. I mean, he just has the mannerisms of a frickin' demon. The Return of the Grinch, Tim Kaine, the Grinch. I mean, he looks like Renfield, like the servant of Dracula. A cross between Quasimodo and Renfield and the Grinch and, I don't know, Jeffrey Dahmer. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, if I was going to cast a creepy serial killer that grabs kids out of the back of their yards and puts them in white pervert vans, I would cast him. He has a shot in Hollywood. He could be the #1 star in the world playing the part of child kidnappers. This is the guy that is trying to kidnap our country right now. Yes, I've taken the gloves off and I put brass knuckles on. Get ready, it's day 33. I'm going in, through and beyond. Absolutely caution to the wind. You want the real deal. You want clobbering time. You want the gloves off? You got. I mean, I've really lost weight compared to a few years ago, but I've gained a ton of muscle, absolutely a ton. And I'm not even sucking my gut in. One of these I am. I'll show you the one where I am. I'm sucking my gut in a little bit there. So that's more. And that's the gut sucked in a little bit. That's the gut not sucked in. And that is. My head is really that big, folks. That's ridiculous. I mean, it's really clownish. And so and I love these trolls online go, look how fat his chest is. Yeah, that's pure muscle, by the way, folks. But the point is that I never really lost the muscle. I just got fat all over me because I used to run 6 miles every other day and work out a lot. But here's some more photos for TV viewers. We're going to put these out soon compared to what I looked like when I weighed 280 pounds. Now, this is like 235 pounds. So people say, well, how'd you lose 70 or 80 pounds? I mean, I lost a bunch of fat and gained muscle. I mean, I'm the strongest I've ever been.